Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with day 12 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life Series 14, where we have 30 exclusive sketches. And this one is by Pamela, Lykins, Cook, and it is a fun 4-picture layout. And I actually am going to turn mine because my pictures are horizontal. I feel like I do this a lot, but you work with what you got. And I have these printed and I'm really trying to get 2015 completed, and so I'm going to use my Hip Kit Club's winter collection, and I've got a little bit of the ephemera left. I've got quite a few of these kind of like chipboardy stickers, and then these flat stickers. I do have the alphas. I don't use those, and I'll have a funny story about that later. But I do have these 2 papers from the collection. I am using the backside. I was kind of wanting to mostly have the color come from the embellishments, and so I'm going to use that white as a background and the darker as my matting. So I have my papers and a few scraps. I have my embellishments. I have my 4 pictures and this very cool sketch. So let's see how this goes. So first things first, I have trimmed, my pictures were already trimmed out. I print them from Project Life as a 3x4, and these actually came out matted in white, so I trimmed them out. So they're more like 2 3/4 or a little bigger, or taller, and 3 3/4 wide. And so I have matted those on that dark black, it's like a blackish blue almost, paper. The one up in the very top is a darker picture because it's, where it was midnight. We're getting ready to take our midnight picture. And so it's a little dark because of the lighting in the background. So I matted it on that lighter pink color so it would lighten the picture up just a little bit. Now the other pictures are pretty light, so I did not worry about double matting those. And then I just start building. And in this sketch, like I said, I've turned it sideways, and the pictures that are in the bottom right corner are now in my bottom left corner. And I have got the tags sticking out just like they do on the sketch, but instead of a second tag, I put this little fireplace here. My parents do have a fireplace at their house, which is where we are. It was not on. I'm not sure. It's been a minute since they've lit that fireplace. They've been there since 1985, and probably maybe in the 90s was the last time that thing was lit. But anyway, I just felt like it was fitting because we were all cuddled up and snuggling, and my sister's family was there. My mom and dad were there, but this is just like me and my kids and my best friend and my now ex-husband, but at the time we were still married. But anyway, so I have all these fun pictures of us with our party hats and our drinks, and just having a fabulous time. So I have this Happy New Year little banner, and I thought I'd put it on top of this little frame. So I put some fun foam, which is just foam adhesive. It's adhesive on one side and not on the other, and I just put that down in the middle so that it doesn't dip in the middle, and it actually comes out a little bit more than the frame, which I'm perfectly fine with, but I cut it down a little so you can't see that bright yellow behind the Happy New Year sign, and I love the way that looks. This is really me kind of winging it. Yes, I have a sketch to kind of go by, but since I don't have like butterflies and flowers in this collection, I'm trying to figure out what I want to use to make this big cluster that kind of goes from the bottom left corner up to the right top corner, except there's a little bit of a gap. I don't leave that gap. I am going to do a diagonal that goes from, to me, because I've turned it, the top left to the bottom right. And then my pictures are in the opposite 2 corners. And I do like the way that it turned out. I was a little not happy at one point because I had a hard time working with what was going on in the top left corner, but I end up liking how everything turns out in the end. It's just, in the process of trying to get things where you want them. So I'm building this cluster in the middle where the flowers are on the sketch with snowflakes. I could not tell you if it was snowing outside or even cold. I mean, I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, so I would say that it was cold because I don't wear long sleeves very often. And it was January or, December 31st. So obviously it was not like hot or anything. Because I do live in Kentucky and it does get pretty cold. So I decided that I would go with the snowflakes and just use those instead because I feel like that was fitting. And some of them kind of disappear into the page because they're white and black, and some of them pop out a little bit more because of their coloring. I'm okay with that. It's really just a cluster to hold things. And in the midst of that, I'm tucking in things like this little like iPod or a phone that's playing music, and this little jar that's got little photo booth kind of things and says party time. Some other little snowflakes are getting tucked in. A little thing says warm and cozy. And then like little banners that say like having fun and oh yeah, things like that. I'm just tucking those in. Now over there in the top right corner, I have that little goodbye 2022. Yes, I know. I told you that this is for 2015. And I am going to cover the date up or the year up. I originally thought I might cover it completely, or at least the 22 up with a 1 and a 5, but I don't even attempt to do that. I just decided I would cover the year completely, and I will find a way to put a 15 on here at some point or somewhere, and I did not do that while on camera, so if I do that, it will be later. So anyway, so I'm working on this big cluster. I put my title, this is party time, on here. And this is me working out how I'm going to cover this up. I have a bunch of little wordy bits from this collection that say things like let the countdown begin, hooray, new beginnings, love, give me a hug, home is where you are, things like that. What will be, happy new year, things like that. So I put all those little wordy bits on here, and then I'm going to use these two little ones up here and cover that 2022. I have also made my own little tag out of a scrap. I made that banner one that's sticking out of that second picture, and then what I had left over I made a little tag out of and stuck it in that bottom left corner. Just using up scraps because that is what I like to do. And then after I get done with all of that, I am going to add some enamel dots to the tag, that stripe tag that's on there, and the little tag I made. And the funny thing is, I pull out my enamel dots from Hobby Lobby because there aren't any dots that go in this collection. But as I'm putting everything away, the backside of the alphas actually has the smaller alphas and numbers, which I did not turn it over and see. And there's all these lovely little dots that would have matched my layout. And so as I was putting it away in the container, I went, oh my gosh. So I may go in and add some of those little dots kind of in that diagonal cluster from the top to the bottom, but we'll see. I haven't decided yet. And I may actually pull the number 15 or 2015 and put that on here too. Now that I found it, look at your stash before you start using it, y'all. Anyway, so here is the close-up of my layout. Like I said, I got to use a ton of stuff. I am happy with the way this layout turned out. And like I said, I'm going to probably add a few little bits and pieces here and there. The finished product will be on Instagram and Facebook as well on the 30 Days of Sketches in the album. So I hope that you all will go check out the playlist of 30 Days of Sketches and all the other people who are hopping along. I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up if you like this video and or this layout. And I would love for you to come back and see me again really soon. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.